Son shit, y'all ready?
I hope y'all are. This episode, yo, let me tell y'all, first of all, happy Black History Month. Is that a thing? Do you say happy Black History Month? I don't know, man. Black History Month. Joyous Black History Month. Let's celebrate I don't know, man. It's Black History Month. And y'all already know what this show's about. Anyway, we just celebrate Black History once a week, maybe twice a week. It used to be twice a week? But man, it's definitely once a week. So we always do this anyway, and we coming up on year 2. So it's another thing. But, yo, let's talk about it, man. I have to say, when people do this Black History thing, they never talk about Charles G. Woodson. They never talk about him. You know what I'm saying? There's no pictures of him, everywhere I see Black History Month, but nobody talks about him. I want to just say that to him. Salute to Charles G. Woodson. Now, who this episode is about is the man who inspired Charles G. Woodson to do this in February, and that is Fredrick Douglas. Now, I know everybody's like, oh man, that's an easy one. It's really not an easy one. And y'all know me, man. I don't do the easy ones. I'm not doing Martin Luther King. I'm not doing Harriet Tubman. I'm not doing George Washington Carver. That's, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing Oprah Winfrey. Those are easy. And you would think Fredrick Douglass is easy, but then you realize Fredrick Douglass had an adventurous life. For those that don't know, and we gonna get into it, man. We gonna get into it on this episode. Y'all gonna hear it. My man was out here doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Here's a quick history before the show even starts. Former slave, author of 3 books, politician, all in that lifespan. You know what I'm saying? Free man, wrote 3 books, abolitionist, politician, gangster. That's wild. That is, yo, you know what I'm saying? And we gonna get into it. But again, I want to say this right here. Black History Month. How do they celebrate? Are they celebrating Black History Month in Florida? You know what I'm saying? Because I understand critical thinking and the whole shebang about the anti-woke movement. Because one of the crazier things about Black history is there's a lot of, you know what I mean? You can't talk about Martin Luther King without talking about what he was against. You can't talk about Fredrick Douglass without talking about what he was against. You can't talk about the Civil Rights Movement without talking about what it was against. You know what I'm saying? You can't talk about what makes Black history without talking about the events that brought on forth the reason that we need to explore history of Black people in America alone without even going anywhere else. So I'm like, how does Florida do that? Because I saw they got a joint out there in Miami where they had a van all decorative up, like, yo, we down with the movement, but it's like, hold on, y'all can do this, but then y'all don't really want to do this. I'm just saying, man. I'm trying to wrap my head around how everybody is so Black History Month, you know what I'm saying, all up on a Black History Month, but at the same time, nobody wants to, you know what I'm saying, it's like we can't talk about a lot of real issues. That's my thing. Like, we want to celebrate it, but we don't want to talk about issues. It's a wild joint, man. It's a wild thing. Anyway, that ain't what this episode's about. This episode ain't one of them discussions and we talk about it and we no. This is Fredrick Douglass. Fredrick Douglass, yeah, y'all know the brother with the afro with the gray streak popping off. Y'all know the brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, that became his thing. Like, he always had that fro. He always had that style, too. You see young pictures of him when he was young. These pictures of him when he was old. Like, he ain't changed that. Him and Cornel West just like, yo, this is what we do. Him and Don King and them was like, yo, this is what we do. This is our thing. This hair like this. Y'all know who it is when y'all see me. Respect my joint. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is what we doing right here. This is that episode. Thank y'all for listening, man. East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. It feel good seeing that people are checking this joint out, man. It feel good seeing the little DMs I get, man, here and there. It feel good checking my email every once in a while, and somebody, I can tell somebody to quote onto an old episode because I don't throw the email on every episode in the description joint. I ain't throwing it out there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So apparently somebody's even reading the descriptions. Thank y'all for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But it's dope. Thank y'all for connecting. Yo, I don't even know, you can find me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Blackceezar Son, BlackCeezaRSONN. I'm out there on Twitter, Blackceez, BLACK_CEEZ. I'm out there, man. I ain't really on a lot of other joints, man. I got a YouTube joint too, but I think that's Blackceezar too. I don't know. But you know what I mean? We out here, man. I ain't out here on TikTok. I ain't doing the TikTok joint. I probably need to get into it, but you know. And thank y'all for all the whoever y'all listening to this from. Thank y'all. I be checking my joints. It ain't just Spotify and Apple and Google. It's a few other joints out there, man. So thank y'all for listening. Again, East Coast, West Coast, worldwide, Lost Boys. Let's get into the show. Do your research with Fredrick Douglas, and you will find that this was an extraordinary man. This is Black History Month. Why not do this episode, the first episode of the month, not just for the big show, but for this podcast, be about the reason we even do this in this country of America. For those out there who are not in America, because I found out a lot of places don't really rock it like that. For those out there, we're letting y'all know this was the major ingredient to bringing Black History Month to the forefront. Not only Black History Month, but the reason why it's in February. Let us continue on. Let us move on. That's a KRS-One line. Let us move on. I'm in junior high with a B+. Woo! Don't want nobody running up on me for like, yo, you can't do. I'm sorry. Salute to KRS-One. I'm a hip hop dude. This is what we do. Yeah, man, just check this joint out. Thank y'all. Let's go. Yes. Hold on. This is what we do. Give it to them like the 1, 2. Live at the Oasis. Legal Crime Radio. That right there was the Far Side. Before that, it was J Lib. You know what I'm saying? We did the little Dr. Dre joint to throw up in there. To get it popping like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody vibing with that right there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it's also, that was the third part of it. That was the third and fourth part. February, my birthday month. Also Dilla month, so that's how we did it. Dilla from Detroit for all those. If you don't know, Jake Dilla's from Detroit. But, you know what I'm saying, we had to do some joints, and he did some joints with West Coast artists. You know what I'm saying? Far Side being one of them. The story on that is just wild, because the way they told it, Q-Tip's people was like, the manager was like, no, Q-Tip was supposed to produce the whole second album, of Far Side's whole second album. Then he was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna let my man JD do it. Now, I don't even know if people understood how wild that was, because in this world, but back then, it was real geeky to know your favorite rapper's names, your favorite producer's real names, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, yo, they just figured that was his code name, because his real name has a J and a D in it, right? So they was like, all right, whatever. And then they saw the real Dilla. They saw Dilla and was like, yo, so what are we doing right here? It was a wild joint, man. Dope album. That second album just as dope as the first album. It is what it is. So rest in peace to Dilla. I told y'all, we just do what we do. I take it back to the kind of West Coast hip hop I rock with. And we go kind of like bob and weave. I ain't gonna lie, we might not bob and weave. Let me stop lying to y'all. We might not bob and weave. I might just stay in my little cut. Y'all, like I said, it's the vibe of a lot of the West Coast joint. It is not that I'm not a fan. It's just for what I like to do. It all don't, you know what I'm saying? It don't got that bounce that I like. So, you know what I be out of, man. I'm just for the, you know what I'm saying? For the love of the music, for the culture, for the culture. Yeah, but anyway, also for the culture. Take it from the top. Take it from the top. This moment in Black history. It is February, the official Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know what we've been doing. We do this all year long over here with me. You know what I mean? Word up. Legal Crime Radio know we get busy all year round. All year round. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all how I do, man. What? You know what I mean? But let's represent. And we gonna talk about one person, but I'm gonna set it off like this. Charles G. Woodson. I don't know if I ever said that. I'm probably sure I did. Charles G. Woodson is who gave us this moment right here. And when he did it back in the day, it was Black History Week. And for everybody who, you know how we do as black people, we like to have our inside jokes, and some of us might not know. But we love to go, oh man, it's crazy how they gave us February the shortest month. They trying to short us all the time, son. Yeah, forget them. Even on leap year, we still come up short. Yada, yada, yada. Check this out. Charles G. Woodson was like, yo, I'm gonna represent for my people. I'm gonna show my youth, because he was a teacher. I'm gonna show my youth. Black people are more than what they are trying to tell us who we are. And with that being said, he was like, yo, when should I do this? Fredrick Douglas was born this month. Word. And he was like, yo, for y'all, which is who we about to talk about. For y'all that don't understand, Fredrick Douglas, yo. And these is one of them times where I don't have enough time to even give it to y'all like I want to like really break these joints down. So I gotta really go through the hardcore facts real fast. Let me tell y'all right here. My man was born into slavery. We're talking Fredrick Douglas at this point. Fredrick Douglas was born into slavery. He put the bounce on him. He put the bounce on his slavery days out there in Maryland, in the DMV area out there by the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland. He put the dip on it. Found himself out there in Massachusetts, in the New York area, Massachusetts, and they was like, yo, here's an actual slave. Now, let me rewind it back. I'm tripping because I totally skipped over a part, because I don't want y'all to be like, yo, hold on. My man was out here writing all this great stuff, and he was such an orator, he was so articulate. And you know how they was talking about our slaves. My man was actually taught how to read by those who owned him. They told the people to stop. They told them, like, the people to stop their debt. But he already knew how to read. And then after they told him to stop reading, as he was on the streets of Maryland, he would find newspaper that was trashed, that was thrown to the trash, and all this in books and torn up books. And he'd teach himself to continue on, and he would write and stuff to get the vibe to be that. You know what I'm saying? To be that person that he became. Now, he runs up top. He goes up top. He goes up north. They like, yo, oh my God, here's this articulate black. He becomes the poster child for the abolition movement during this time period. Because not only does he know what it's like to be a slave because he was a former slave, he also is articulate. You know what I'm saying? He's also intelligent. So it's like, yo, they had him stand up on stage and spit them bars. And the people out there was like, yo, oh my God, this is what I'm talking about. They're human. We can't be out here just, you know what I mean? He wrote a book, One of the best sellers back in them days. He wrote a book. You know what I'm saying? The joint was called Narrative of the Life of Fredrick Douglass, an American Slave, 1845. It became a bestseller. You know what I'm saying? It was influential for the cause of the abolition movement. Then he dropped a second book. You know what I'm saying? Almost 10 years later, My Bondage, My Freedom. Bang 'em. You know what I'm saying? My man was out here rocking. Then he had an autobiography, Life and Times of Fredrick Douglass. Y'all ain't understand it. This dude was out here living it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what he also does, as he's doing all of this, he gets live into the game. He sits down with Lincoln around the slavery, the Civil War days. He goes up to D.C. uninvited for real. And everybody, yo, you can't come. Lincoln's in the cut, like, oh, who that? Oh, Fredrick? Let him come through. And they chop it up. Damn, we all know the shorty, I can't think of the shorty name right now. The movement for the women's joint, she was in people's ear too. Her and Fredrick Douglass was tight, and even she was, but there was some racism on her end, because she was like, yo, we still need to, since we are part of the better race, we need a lot of our stuff done first before you start trying to give it to, because in everybody's mind, if when you said black, it wasn't black people, it was more so black men. So she was like, nah, take care of us, then you take care of them, blah, 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 but all that. But going back to my man was out here rocking during the Civil War days, during the Reconstruction days. He had a heavy hand. He was out here building a school. He built a bank. For those who don't know, he was actually a Republican who was voted in the first. Matter of fact, let me take you out of that piece. He was the first black man, quote unquote, recognized as a black man. Because for those who understand the history of America, y'all, yo, wait till 4th of July come. I'm gonna bang y'all in the head. But until then, hold on. First recognized black man, former slave, to be on the ballot as the vice president. He was actually on the joint as the vice president. You know what I'm saying? We all know the Thanksgiving poem, not Thanksgiving, the 4th of July poem that pops off. Everybody always gives you that 4th of July joint. Fredrick Douglas, and everybody reads it. I've played it myself with the great Nicky Giovanni speaking on it, like doing it joint. But he was very, very influential to the game. You know what I'm saying? He was in politics. He was that guy. And like most people, you know what I'm saying, as time goes on, there's the next generation coming up that's like, yo, he's out of touch. He doesn't know what's going on. He retires in D.C. Before he dies, his next major move as a middle finger to America to go, yo, I am America. He marries a white woman. Wow. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some sisters listening going, oh my God, not Fredrick. I'm saying, it is what it is. But it was wild because that was the hot button situation back then. It was like, hold on. Fredrick Douglass, and he was really tripping. Like, people was tripping, and he was like, yeah. And he had that vibe like, yeah, I did it. What you gonna do about it? It is what it is. I'm Fredrick Douglass. You know what I mean? I'm playing right there. I don't know how that, but it was one of those things. It was a very crazy moment, and people was out here wilding because she was a younger white woman. Slightly, I mean, this dude was old back at this point. She was slightly younger. You know what I'm saying? But the vibe was, this is what we talk about. Great Fredrick Douglass. You know what I mean? For real. Y'all let us, please. Like I said, it's wild because I'm doing a quick little skip in. I gotta do just a small right here for this. Do your research on Fredrick Douglass. Understand that this was a very influential man in America at one point in time. Black man, former slave, very influential to the game, to the country. You know what I'm saying? Please, and again, Fredrick Douglas is the reason why we have Black History Month, because Charles G. Woods was like, yo, I'm going to do this joint in February called Black History Week. And that's how we got Black History Month. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It all rock out. So salute. What we gonna do next, we gonna hit y'all off in the head with this joint right here. One of my favorite joints from back in the day. It's called Free My Mind by the Bums. And they had it like, Keith Murray had a remix to Get Lifted, and they used the same Teddy Pendergrass joint. Matter of fact, rest in peace to Teddy Pendergrass. Matter of fact, rest in peace to Tupac. Rest in peace to Easy. You know what I'm saying? Who else I played? That's this. Oh, the Booyah Tribe. You know what I'm saying? My man from the Booyah Tribe. Cause we play some Booyah Tribe. Rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do, man. This is how we gets down. Word up. Oh, and I hit y'all in the head too with that Ice Cube joint. Back when he was CIA, and CIA was out here sounding straight like the Beastie Boys. Wow, right? Yo, Ice Cube was out here sounding like, Ice Cube was out here on some Beastie Boy knockoff joint. Oh, that's always like mind-blowing to me. And then it was like CIA, I forgot, Compton something. I'm pretty sure it was Compton. C stands for Compton, yeah. But this is what we do, man. This is how we get down. Get at me on the Twit, live at the Oasis. You know what I'm saying? Legal Crime Radio. Get at me on Facebook. Oh, that ain't the, no, my bad. That ain't even the handle. Get at me on the Twit, Blackceezar, BLACK_CEEZ. Get at me on the gram. Y'all know who I am, Blackceezar son. BLACKCEEZARSONN. Facebook, live at the Oasis Mix Show. YouTube, Daily Motion. SoundCloud, Mixcloud, Hitters.at. So Hulkshare, so many other places. We everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Our world, our time is the podcast. Let's get into this music right here. Boom. Yes, hey, my time's up. West Coast, woo, I told y'all. Like, yo, this is my West Coast. And there's salute to my man O&O. Salute to Wise Choice. Salute to JT. Salute to T-Fitty. Shout out to Reggie. What up, Reggie? Hey, but let me tell y'all something. Like, 93 Chill is my theme song. 93 is when the crew dropped off and start popping. So, yo, you know what I'm saying? Be like, yo, what my joints like? I forgot how my man started the ball. Hold on. He used to be like, yo, he said, hold on. Call up Bridget, her man's a midget, I got the digits, that's how I get it, she said, if we gon' do it, that's why we did it, I told her, man, we were just friends and no I'm kidding, then she got a kid, and he look like me, and she like, oh my God, what do we do, and I'm like, it's your prowler, that ain't my prowler, y'all hear the streams coming in with the keys, I bring the drum back, y'all like, oh, what's that, I keep it bumping, jumping, thinking like a thumb tap, I'm playing, let me stop playing. Anyway, it's my time to get up out of here. Yo, Saturday, we gonna do what we do. Hopefully, if everything goes right, I will have the, joint, I can't think of what I'm talking about. The first Saturday freestyle joint ready and up and popping and everything like that. We gonna have that joint first after the salute the politic. After the politic intro, that joint should drop. And then we just continue on with the show. Y'all know how we do on Saturdays, man. Everything's on the floor. I might throw some disco in there. You know what I mean? You know how we do, yo. It is what we do. So before I get up out of here, because my time is really over. My bad, y'all. They say you only live once. That's a lie. You only die once. So anytime that your God allows you to get out here and continue your journey, please show the world the best version of you. Y'all be safe. Peace.
This is a Soul of Art presentation.